I am Kirk Jowers, and welcome to the April 2nd COVID-19 episode. As always, I'm joined by Dr. Russell Osgothorpe, the Chief Medical Officer of doTERRA and a board-certified infectious disease specialist. Today, we're going to focus on pregnant and nursing mothers. A lot of questions about that. So the first question, does a pregnant mother need to take any additional precautions, or is she at an enhanced risk?
Yes, pregnant mothers are a population, in my mind, of concern. And because of the unique nature of pregnancy, I would feel that pregnant mothers do need to take extra precautions. And those extra precautions are just more carefully following the same sorts of things that we have suggested for the last 3 weeks, which is social distancing, limiting people coming over to your home to 0 if you can. While pregnant, and following the direction of your obstetrician or your family doc, whoever is taking care of you during pregnancy.
And you kind of answer this, but I'm going to ask it because it's an important question. What about the pregnant mother with children at home? And to put a finer point on that, you have said in previous episodes and in our discussions that children are typically particularly effective spreaders of a virus.
Yeah. I'm a pediatrician, so
right.
I've been coughed on more than the average person. And so I would say that kids for any viral disease, like a respiratory viral disease, are particularly efficient spreaders of it for several reasons. One, because of the nature of a child, we are close to them. Two, they can, we know from data, shed virus for longer and even have higher counts of virus in their secretions even after their symptoms have resolved. So they can spread very efficiently. And three, children don't know how to cover their mouths, don't know how to cover their sneezes, like to touch everything and put everything they can possibly find in their mouths, the younger they are, right?
Right.
So children are really efficient spreaders of infection. So the most important thing that pregnant mothers can do is to wash the hands of their children at home, wash their hands often, following guidelines, or using hand sanitizer, and to make sure that things that kids normally put in their mouths, like toys if they're toddlers or utensils if they're older children, are cleaned regularly.
Final question about pregnant mothers is, because of these added concerns, should they move up in line to get tested if they have any of the symptoms?
A pregnant mother with symptoms should be tested. And I would call your healthcare provider if you have respiratory viral symptoms and figure out where to get tested no matter where you live in the world. My personal belief is that pregnant mothers should move up in line and get tested so that they can self-isolate or watch the pregnancy very carefully throughout their course of illness if they did have COVID-19.
Thank you. We now move to the mother that's had the child and is breastfeeding. And so a viewer asked, at this point, is it safer to use formula even if you have no symptoms and have been self-isolating?
No. If you're self-isolating and have no symptoms, breast milk is fine, and we would encourage you to continue breastfeeding your baby.
So let's take it a step further. Should a nursing mother who has respiratory viral symptoms or is positive for COVID-19 stop nursing?
That's a more nuanced answer because when you are COVID-19 positive, because of the very close contact required for breastfeeding, you're going to potentially infect your infant. And so I would recommend that if your symptoms are manageable, that you cover your mouth with a mask while breastfeeding your infant, and then wash your hands before and after touching your infant. However, if your symptoms are severe, if you have coughing that you cannot control, nasal secretions, sneezing, I would recommend that you express breast milk and have your partner feed the baby during this time frame and express that breast milk so that your breast milk supply stays adequate all through the illness. Because once the illness is over, we would still want this mom to continue breastfeeding.
Thanks as always for your guidance, and thanks as always for watching.